Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. As you guys know, we headed into the month of April. Today is the last day of March. Happy birthday to my grandmother. Um, anyway, all right, man. I gotta say something, man. This is just real talk. Time is not on Manny Pacquiao's side. Okay, Manny Pacquiao is 41 years old. Manny Pacquiao better hurry up get in the ring because he is pressing his luck. You know what I'm saying? Um, he better hurry up. This is just real talk. You know, we're going through a commotion right now where basically the country is on nationwide house arrest, aka work furlough. You know, because that's pretty much what's going on. You know, we got to go to work and then after work go straight home. So that's pretty much what we in. We, 4-5 then put us in a nationwide halfway house. That's pretty much what it is. You know, let's just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm from the streets. Let's just call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? We on a nationwide house arrest. This is some straight up nationwide work furlough shit. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, I'm gonna talk about something that happened today that I heard, which was bad. But nevertheless, let me get back to the subject at hand, which is Manny Pacquiao, Emmanuel Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao better decide quickly what he want to do. And I think Manny Pacquiao is, I think for his last fight or next couple of fights, I think Manny Pacquiao is going to possibly try to cherry pick his last two fights. Based off what Manny Pacquiao allegedly said to Andre Berto about he really felt it in the Keith Thurman fight, which he probably could have because he got hit with some, he got hit with some thunder. You know, to be honest with you, he got, Keith Thurman landed some bombs on him. You know, like I said before, me myself, I thought Keith Thurman did enough to win that fight. Some people thought Manny Pacquiao won by wide margin. Some people thought Manny Pacquiao edged him out. Some people thought it should have been a draw. Some people thought that Keith Thurman won. Me myself, I thought Keith Thurman did enough to win. I didn't see it as a blowout. To me, except for two rounds, except for two rounds, uh, most of the rounds were back and forth. So, you know, I didn't see that as a blowout. So, and that's my opinion, because contrary to what Manny Pacquiao fans think, they thought it was a blowout and it wasn't. But then again, they eyes seem to see what other people's eyes don't. But, it is what it is. Here's the thing. Tomorrow is April the 1st. And Manny is yet to name his next opponent. You've been hearing Mikey Garcia. You've been hearing Errol Spence. You've been hearing Bud Crawford. You've been hearing possibly Amir Khan. You've been hearing a few names out there. But here's the thing. You got to ask yourself, is Manny Pacquiao really going to go the tough route for his next two fights? I don't think so. I don't believe Manny Pacquiao is going to fight Bud Crawford. Manny Pacquiao could have fought Bud Crawford 3 years ago, and he chose not to go that direction. Manny Pacquiao has visibly ducked Terrence Crawford. Now, the only reason why he's trying to fight Errol Spence because, Errol Spence went through something, and he think Errol Spence is vulnerable, and he think this is the time to get him, that he's ripe for the picking. But that could also backfire on him. Because according to him, he really felt it from that Keith Thurman fight. And Manny Pacquiao took some punishment in that fight, as well as Keith Thurman did. So he might be feeling it. Keep in mind, Manny Pacquiao is 41 years old. And Manny Pacquiao has had a lot of fights. He's had a lot of fights. So something got to give. That's just real talk. Now, we all believe, well, I ain't going to say we all, but some of us believe that Manny Pacquiao had let's just say he had, something in the water that might have helped him, get past Keith Thurman, because we know Manny Pacquiao got a history of dodging certain tests. You know, he has a history of not wanting to take certain kind of tests. That's just fact. So you wonder how much longer can he continue to go. And I guarantee you, if he fights Crawford, that's going to be on the dotted line, that there's going to be some kind of testing. So I'm just keeping it 100. But it appears that Manny Pacquiao would rather fight Errol Spence than Bud Crawford, because he's long ducked that fight. He's ran away from that fight. Now, you've been hearing about he's interested, but at the end of the day, will they be able to come up with $20 million for him to fight Bud Crawford? Can that fight generate $20 million for Manny Pacquiao? Because apparently Manny Pacquiao cashed himself out. Basically, he basically outbid himself for that fight. And that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just real talk. He outbid himself for that fight. And basically, to me, it seemed like it was an excuse to get out of that fight. Come with an extreme offer that people ain't going to want to meet. Just like I think Layla Ali is doing the same thing. I think she's, basically cashing herself out. Not in, out. I think she wants too much money to fight Carissa Shields, because I really did the numbers. I'm trying to figure out how the hell is it $5 million for both of them when neither one of them is really fought on pay-per-view. And let's just face the fact, when Layla Ali was fighting, nobody really gave a rat's ass about women's boxing. Say what you want to say about Carissa Shields. Carissa Shields has brought a lot of interest to that fight, which I'll talk about that later on, about who's the A side, who's the B side. But it definitely ain't no damn Layla Ali. But getting back to Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, to me, he may look for the safe way out. I think the most logical opponents for Manny Pacquiao, I think he would and he should look at somebody like Amir Khan, because he knows if he could land one flush shot on Amir Khan, he could stop Amir Khan. And let's just keep in mind, out of Manny Pacquiao's last quite a few fights, Manny Pacquiao's only had one knockout. Until Lucas Matisse, Manny Pacquiao hadn't had a knockout since Miguel Cotto. So let's not make it look like Manny Pacquiao been like getting a whole bunch of knockouts. He may have knocked people down, but he didn't knock them out. He didn't finish them. He couldn't finish Keith Thurman. He couldn't finish Jesse Vargas. He knocked Chris Algieri down like about 6 times or something. He couldn't, or some astronomical amount of times, and he couldn't get Chris Algieri out of there. But I think Amir Khan, everybody knows if he lands the money shot on Amir Khan, he could get Amir Khan out of there. So that's the thing. Manny Pacquiao might want to take the safe route. I just don't think he's going nowhere near Terrence Crawford. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that he wants to fight Terrence Crawford. He could have been fought Terrence Crawford. So I think he's trying to figure out what he wants to do. At his age, Manny Pacquiao need to look at what is a safer fight. But I can tell you right now, I do believe he sees some things in Errol Spence that he can exploit versus Terrence Crawford. Now, I know the Terrence Crawford haters gonna come on here and say, but Bud do this, but don't do that. Don't do that. Stick to the subject. But nevertheless, Manny is gonna have to hurry up, because this Rona thing is more harmful to him in the long run than it is other people. Once again, he is 41 years old. So I'm just keeping it 100. Let me know what you guys think. This your boy Town Biz. I am out.